So yes, in games, you very rarely actually add anticipation into your actions. For a punch, the character is just going to be in their idle stance and then poof, it just goes out right away. And there's not really an anticipation back. Because like you said, if you hit the button as a player and then the character goes into this big wind up, it's going to feel really strange. Or if you're playing Mario, for example, and you're running along and there's a gap and you have to jump the gap, if you hit the button and he has to stop, pause, anticipate, then jump the gap, it's not going to feel responsive. You want to hit the button, boom, he jumps right away. So in video games, sometimes we can add a little anticipation, but more often than not, we skip the anticipation and instead put more effort into the overshoot and kind of settle after the action. So we exaggerate that element of it. And the anticipation, even though visually it is missing, what makes it work is that the player is the anticipation. When the player goes, I'm going to hit the button, dunk, that's the anticipation for the motion. And the player, to them, it feels natural because they already predicted the motion was going to happen. It doesn't just happen randomly. And that's the big problem with anticipation is without it, if we don't have that expectation of motion, so my character is sitting here and then boom, they just go off to the side there. No one knew that that was going to happen. The anticipation allows the audience to see that something is about to happen. Now in video games, we also have the opposite, where let's say you have enemy characters. Enemy characters usually have their anticipation exaggerated even more because they have to telegraph their motions. If an enemy is about to hit the player, you need to see the attack about to happen before it hits. If it didn't and the enemy just went right in and just hit without anticipation, there's no way you'd be able to dodge out of the way. So you have to really play around with that. And yeah, anticipation works well in heavy weapons, which are generally slow. So yeah, a heavy weapon in a video game, you might hit that button, but it's going to take a lot more time for that weapon to wind up. So we can play with it in a lot of different ways. So anticipation in games becomes a whole other topic and like a deep dive. It's not just body mechanics anymore. It's now considering what do we need for the player for it to feel responsive or to be able to anticipate what's going to happen, especially with enemy characters.